All right, everyone. We are back from break. Thank you to Fiara the Tank Girl for coming by with a D&D raid. Apparently, an Eberron-themed assassination just took place from a major named character, and I hope that you had an absolute blast with it. And hello, Bane. Now, uh, of the assembled Chroma Company, there are two that still need their interactions with whoever this is. And it is now going to be Noralai's turn. And so, Noralai, in this moment. Oh, hi, Bane. Yep. Yeah. We know what that's about.
Yep.
You're fine, Bane.
We're just coming back in, so you're all good.
Yep. Noralai, you were, let's see, at the end, you were the engineer, correct?
No.
No, oh no, because you did a really last minute double seat swap.
Celine was in the engineer's
Yeah, that's
position.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Noralai
went
was
back to
aft
Aft
gunner.
Yeah. Well, even in the aft gun position, you still would have been overtaken by the light, and things would have gone to, well, of all the places in between that you have been, and really by this point, Noralai, you've been in a couple. But this one,
More than a few.
it's not claustrophobic, and it's also not dark. You are fully illuminated. You actually have your body. You can wiggle your fingers. You can walk, even though there's not really a floor. You have a voice. And as you're discovering this and trying to make sense of this, is this related to other places you've been, etc. There is that portal that will open in front of you, and through it, after a short while, is the silhouette of someone regarding something, though not you. There's at least an initial disinterest or just an unaware state that you are also present on the other side of this swirling portal. So Noralai, on you, what do you say or do?
So, am I seeing the silhouette?
Yes. Yep. It, the silhouette is through this portal that is ahead of you.
Hello?
You shout hello, and the figure seems to notice you. There's a turning of the head, even though it's just a two-dimensional shadow. Turning of the head, and the whole body then turns to face you. And while it takes steps forward, it never seems to get closer, but the portal does disappear. And you are in this infinite blank area with a rather wild-haired woman?
Hi. We, well, this is new, but not new. I've been in something like this before, except it was dark and not bright.
This is a place that you have not been before, Noralai. Though it might resemble a situation similar to others you've been in. Unfortunately, you're caught, but not by me, says 1,000 voices at one in harmony. You're caught in a moment in time, many moments. That is effectively what had happened when the core of that thing you blew out of the sky had breached.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have, like, just body slammed it, but that's what we did.
And for that, I am able to be here in front of you. I'm able to use this moment to talk to you and perhaps even help in a way. There's only so much that I can do as you see me. With that, Norelai, knowing that this is a desperate time and in this long moment, you will live or you will die, I had hoped that I might be able to offer you some relief of your mind, or of your heart, or of your soul. And I would like to do that by answering a question, if I'm able. Is there something that I can do that if this was your last moment on this very planet, that I could offer you an answer or a sense of relief? And I understand you may wonder who I am. Though think if that is the question you would like to, is that the final question that you would like to ask for your life?
Um, hmm. Okay. I will assume that you would know a lot of things then.
If I don't, then at least I've offered you some amusement at my own expense before you die. If I do, then I can give you an answer. And I'm here to not hinder you, or especially help, but maybe I can try and make things a little better. I can only do so much from here.
Um, hmm. Well, I guess there's something that I never really figured out. Um, why, why, how, why do I have the powers that I have? Why can I affect Shonruth? Why do I have all this crazy wild magic? You can condense that into one question.
A very deep and personal question.
Yeah.
I believe I can answer that for you, and I hope you'll find it satisfactory. Or you might find it disappointing, or maddening, or empowering, or even a blend of several of these, or none of them.
That all depends, I guess.
Very well. I will do what I can for you, Norlai, before you are sent on your way. And the light fades. It turns to black. And there's a moment where you're like, oh, come on. I know this place. But other lights begin to form. Why were you given these powers? Because, Norlai, says the thousand voices as one. because you are you. There is no other reason. If it eases your burden, and hopefully doesn't make you feel reduced for it, know that you are not the only flower child that exists. That has existed. Born from this ailing world. You are simply the one that has survived the longest, grown the strongest. As you see the image before you of a you? Maybe? Cradling a precious gem. Not that Noralai, I think, could reason that this is the world, but at least not immediately. Who else would it be, Noralai? Do you not wish, if I may ask you a question in return, do you not wish to be special anymore? Do you forsake your inheritance?
Well, if you asked me that question like 2 weeks ago, the answer probably would have been different. It's just kind of weird that out of everyone in the party, like, I was the only one who was able to do certain things. It's like everyone else is, they're very, very strong, but they couldn't do certain things that I could do, and I could do things they couldn't. It was just weird because it's not something that I had worked towards or anything. It's just something that happened.
Yes, a happenstance of your birth. Something neither asked for nor earned. And yet, here it is. And here you are. But it can be no one else but you, Noralai. Only you can be you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Would you want it to be someone else? Someone else's burden, if that is what you consider or considered it?
Like I said, if you asked me that a few weeks ago, I probably would have said yeah. But we're already here. It'd be very inconvenient to stop.
Then it's a good thing that you're here. And it's a good thing you're here now.
Yeah.
It would seem that your particular talents are needed by the others. You've lost a lot in your life, Noralai. Though I wonder, are you willing to lose more if that's what it takes?
Why does there always have to be a loss?
A price must be paid for everything, Noralai.
I suppose. suppose some people can see the world that way.
I don't believe you understand. That is how the world works. It's not a supposition or a some people believe to perceive something. And I believe, then, to use your terms, that this is something you're going to have to learn, or at least make peace with, to fully understand who and what you are.
Well, yeah, I guess it all depends on the price.
I don't think you're going to be in a position to bargain with what lies ahead of you, Noralai. But you will either need to roll over and die, as so many others, flower children or not, have before, or you will need to step up and pay the prices that are needed to be paid to get what it is that needs to be done. Don't you want this to end, Noralai?
I do. But I also want my friends to be safe. That's why I take big risks. That's why I push myself. And I really shouldn't. To help them.
You are on the precipice, Noralai. And there's no more running. Unless it's off the cliff. I'm sorry the weight of my words might be troubling. I'm not meaning to try and get you to second guess what you must do. But you do need to be aware of what must be done, or what could be lost, given the decisions that are made, given the severity of everything that is built to this point. I would be doing you a disservice otherwise, Noralai. I would be squandering this moment, and it is a do-or-die moment, because you will live or die before it passes.
I just think that a lot of people in my life have been very fatalist. And the world could use some optimism.
Then do, and commit, and break the fatalistic chains that you feel bind people. No more maybes, no more could possibly think this. Do something, Noralai. Be you. Take action. If that is the world you want to see, make it happen, or others will make their own happen, overriding yours. If you can do it better than someone else, then do it. But if you run, you leave a void behind that will be filled by not so nice things or people. This is a lesson that those like Halver learned. Now, I'm not here to be cruel. And so if I can set you at ease in some way, Norelai, before you are put upon your path once more, is there a place that you would like to see if this is your last time being able to see it?
I would like to see Hiran.
You begin to... well, there's no disorientation or like a motion sickness from it. You begin to fly towards the blue, green, and white treasure that this thing, this you of the stars, is holding, like a cherished object, like a meal to a starving child, to a bauble of wealth to someone in destitute poverty. Something regarded as precious, maybe even sacred. You fly faster and faster and faster. And you stop in Oldport. And there's your fiancé outside of his shop. One eye closed, kind of squinting with the other one at the sunset. There's airships in the sky, nautical ships in the sea, people on the streets, but no one's moving. Including your fiancé.
I look up at him and I just kind of gaze out to see what he's seeing.
Seems to be regarding the sunset.
You know, you shouldn't stare directly at the sun. And she just kind of does a little twirl in front of him and just kind of cups his face in her hands.
Mm.
I love you. And she gives him a little kiss on the cheek.
You lean in, kiss his cheek. And you can see the glint of the rings that he made for you two. The glint shining off, casting a beautiful, fiery light off of his and yours. And while the silhouette is not visible, when you say your words, you give the kiss, there's almost a polite deference of Norelai. Are you finished? Or do you need more time in this moment?
I'm good.
Keep him in your mind and your heart. Keep him as a lighthouse on the horizon, then. If you're uncertain, don't run away. Sail towards him, even if it hurts. If you want something, Norlai, get it. You have been given a great gift, though until not that long ago you may not have wanted it, and maybe to a degree you still don't. But you have it. And you're the only one who can do something with it. There's a lot of people who've been thrust into these positions where they didn't ask for leadership or decision-making, or through sheer luck were in the right place or the wrong place at the right or wrong time. And you are in all of these places and times. You are the one who has pressed on through it all, Norlai. To survive, to flourish, and now to actually be able to do something about what ails you and everyone else that you know. If you resolve what lies ahead, you may not have to worry about your gift as a flower child anymore. But if you're ready, I will take you back to the path.
I'm ready.
Your eyes close, and they will open again to something else. Lokiadius Amosite. Gunner aboard the ship. Caught in the same blinding light. His eyes filled with nothing. And yet, white light is interesting because it is everything. Loki, your vision sharpens. And there, as an after image, at first, you may think, of the remnants of the core inside the Skyshatter Leviathan, is a swirling portal. You can neither get closer to it nor back away from it. There's nowhere to hide, or to scout, or to take cover. And, after a short while, a silhouette appears in the portal, regarding not you. It is seemingly distracted. Would you like to say or do anything, Loki?
He's gonna wait. He's gonna just watch this person for a bit.
There's a conversation of some kind that must be going on between the two. And there is an animated flourish to them. This is not just a static image. The hair does maybe blow in a breeze, or maybe those are vines or roots that are kind of wiggling. The pose, the standing pose, changes as weight is shifted between legs. But so far, nothing has happened where Loki has been recognized.
Need to interrupt.
The figure slowly turns, with both hands apparently disappearing to the front of the figure. Ah, Loki.
Yes. And you are?
Someone who's here to help you. In a sense. You are caught in a moment in time, a very long moment, that was unleashed by the destroyed innards of the Skyshatter Leviathan. And it's in this moment, in this crossroads, that I have been able to meet you. Now, there's not much that I can do in this state to help you with it, nor am I here to hinder you. But perhaps what I can do with what I have been given is help you feel better or to understand something, because there's a great task that lies ahead of you. And while you are alone, you are not alone. And in fact, Loki, I don't think you've been alone as much as you had hoped for quite a while. But if I can, I will ease your heart, your mind, your soul. I can tell you who it is that I am, if you wish. Though if the answer to that with a name or something, if that will make a difference to another piece of information I can give you, I suppose you could ask me about my identity. Or you can ask me something a little bit more weighty, heavy. Something perhaps that you've been carrying around as a doubt, a fear, or something you'd like to open up about. Because, Loki, this moment may be your last. You will live in this moment or you will die in this moment. And if I can offer you a reprieve, a vent, if that word doesn't make you tense up after recent events, then let me try to at least help in the ways that I can. Is there something that you'd like to ask? And if I can answer it, I will.
Assuming that we don't die at this moment. If we go on to fight Shonarith, will I still be able to resist him?
Some contemplative gestures. A head moving back and forth. A hand moving to a chin, lightly tapping on a cheek in thought. Then the silhouette disappears, Loki, leaving you for a moment in the infinite area that you're at. And then color. The color of a sunset. Though more and more intense, this isn't just a sunset that you're beginning to see. You are standing at not just the twilight of a day, Loki. You're standing at the twilight of an age. The light is warm, but the time is frozen in place. As you see not just the sun setting, but something in the sky, falling, burning. It must be a great ways off, but it is terrible in its enormity and in its itness. The voice, as if it's beside you, though the silhouette cannot be seen. Can you resist Shonaroth during the fight? No. You cannot resist Shonaroth as you are, Loki. However, that may not necessarily be a bad thing. You are the only one who can find, then open the path forward for the others to follow, your sister Norlai included. You can do something that she cannot. Are you brave enough, if I may ask you a question in return? Are you brave enough to accept responsibility for your decisions and your actions?
Yeah.
What you see is where Fallfire Crater is. Though this moment, this sunset, is from a fall fire that was. And soon will not be.
It's not showing up there.
Yes. My words should not be discouraging. If anything, knowing the enormity of what it is that you're involved in might bolster your resolve. Or help carry you forward when otherwise your feet may wish to turn and flee. But you are in a pact with that thing. And there are prices to be paid for the power that you've been given. Whether you discuss that with others or not is your business. But if you've already made the agreement, if the deal has been struck, then pay the price. Because Loki, it was cowardice that brought Shonaroth here. It was reneging on, well, something sacred. It was an act of desperation. All the worst qualities that you may see in yourself, in your friends or family or others. But it was not practiced by the tieflings or the dwarves or anyone else. Because Loki, for as lauded as they are in your day and time, it was a tremendous betrayal, an act of cowardice by the dragons, one of the many titans of this land, that brought Shonaroth here. And you, more than anyone, know the misery and confusion that you yourself have experienced from this thing, let alone the others. And so if you can do something about it, you should go boldly forward and do that thing, whatever it is. They're counting on you, whether they know it or not. And they're going to look at you, Loki, like perhaps you're a traitor in their midst, or someone that is merely tolerated to be around, because you're Norali's brother, not even considered to be yourself. But there's something you can do, and that's be yourself. Help them. And if you can manage it, don't show fear, despite how absolutely terrified you must be. That is what people need in these times. And that's what could have prevented this. And while you can't see a hand gesturing, there's a very good indication that the silhouette is gesturing up at the sky that's on fire. Those qualities could have prevented this. And if not here and now, in the moment that you have, when and by who? Loki, before you are taken back to the path that you're on, is there someone that you would like to see or someplace? If this is your last moment, would something else bring you one more bit of joy or closure? Or give you hope to return to when this is done?
I'd like to see Mr. Halver's grave.
I might have that.
Jeff Card, didn't I?
Don't know if it's that one. It's not that one. Aha. I think this is it. It is. I got it. Loki, you are taken to a sunset beach. There's a forest that looks like it's recovering from a fire. There's a lot of growth, but there's still some old burnt logs and things that are just, taking their good old-fashioned time decomposing. Embedded in the sand, there are pillars of where a hut used to lay, looking out over the sea. There, Loki, says the voice that can be heard but not seen. That mound of sand.
He walks over to it. He just sits down on the sand next to the mound.
Mm-hmm.
Looks out into the sea. I never got to properly thank you for taking me in the light. I was a bad kid. Fought and argued. Got in trouble. Still took care of us. He deserved a nicer grave than that. And he's just gonna continue looking out into the sea.
The sea reflects the evening sun. As the sun dips down into a somber abyss. But the waves don't move. The birds in the sky don't caw or soar on the ocean breeze. You You are certainly in a here and now, but maybe it's good for reflecting. You can take a moment to notice the little things that you hadn't before, to appreciate the things that maybe you didn't before. The way that there's just different types of ripples in the same wave, like there's 100 small waves in one wave, and that one wave is a part of a series of waves breaking along the beach. Or the way that some little critters on the beach have left their tracks. A curious thing, maybe Loki never thought about, why is it that crabs will scuttle sideways? Now Loki could be here for a minute, 10, maybe it's been 10 years. There's really no way of knowing. But the voice does return. Loki, are you ready? There's a big job ahead of you, and only you can do it.
Loki stands up, brushes the sand off of his pants. I'm good.
Very well. Take in the sight, and when you're ready, close your eyes. And when they open, you'll be where you need to be.
He takes one last look at the mound of sand. He closes his eyes.
We come now to Celine and Mordecai. Before you, after the interaction with, well, whatever it was that thing, there was a portal that was in front of you. And you find each other stepping through. Oh, was it you that you saw on the other side? But Mordecai and Celine, you're together. And it's sunset. After a great battle. After your initial exchange, Mordecai, this is a battlefield. And it does look like there was a clash. Shadowhar, for sure, were involved. There's a lot of others, though. Based on their uniforms or even their lack thereof. And this is giving you very eerie feelings.
Where are the others? He's kind of looking around to see if he can see Norlai and Loki, Selter, or not Selter, anyone, Bright, Cypher.
There's just you and your wife, with an exception. As you turn to your right, after scanning up and everywhere else, there is a large black hemisphere grown up like a pimple on the skin, nestled inside the crater.
You don't see the others, Salim?
No, but they're on their way.
On their way? How in the world did we get here first? What in the world was that?
The world's longest moment, Mordecai.
Yeah, it kept saying that. So do we just wait?
We just wait. But not too long.
Yeah, that black thing is foreboding. And, I'm not gonna lie, this is another instance of one of my dreams coming true. Because in that dream, I'm on the ground, you wake me up, or revive me, I don't know exactly, and we're rushing to get to that thing when the crack is opened. This is exactly like that. And I may have to kill you.
And so be it.
I don't want to.
No, obviously.
Obviously.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Obviously not.
But
Jade's in there
Mordecai.
too.
She is.
We were never meant to be normal.
No. But we'll let her know just how much we cared and how sorry we are before we release her to the ages. That is what we can do for her now. We will grant her peace. In slumber eternal.
You know, thinking on it, if all of us die and our souls get taken to Ouija's, I don't know what's going to happen after that.
If we get taken, if we just decide to try and take us, then I will fight her too.
That I can agree on.
Because even Even when night falls and I fade away from this world,
You're not doing that anytime soon.
Mordecai,
If I have anything to say about it, it's not going to happen
Mordecai.
anytime soon.
Mordecai,
Celine,
I've seen it. This here, and she glances up to the orb. This is my evenfall. My last hurrah in the physical before I depart for the next. But of course, even then I will not be done. Not until everyone that is left behind is free.
we have one place to visit first.
I'm sure we can manage that.
Okay. It's on the bucket list. You can't kick the bucket until you do it, right?
Then I'll be relying on you for healing.
That's my job.
And what a job it is.
You know I'm not going to let you go fight in Weejas alone, right?
Of course.
We're a team.
Not even death will do us part.
It ain't got nothing on us.
I also really like the fact that there's a song of the faith in the background here. That makes me happy.
Yes.
This is what had sent you off to the north. Upon the fervent hopes and prayers of the monks of the monastery. And well, Mordecai and Celine, Shonaroth isn't coming to you. So, Mordecai, it's not like you're being carried in your Valkyrie's arms to it, but maybe you can at least hold hands on the way as you walk towards this baleful thing.
Yeah. Hand in hand.
See, so not everything is like the dream.
Maybe even singing that song. That song that I made lyrics for from the Doppels. They actually had the tune right. Now I can actually maybe even sing it now. Thing was noodling around in my brain and would not leave me alone.
You walk hand in hand. You talk, you sing. Maybe at least a couple times you stop to drag your heels a little bit. Maybe you notice something or you say a prayer at something that you see along the way that compels you. But in this moment where nothing else has changed except you two, you've changed your position and you are on the outside of this thing. Impossibly smooth, round. It defies anything you've ever experienced, including giving you any kind of easy access. There's no hatch, no door, no sign. And in this moment, it would seem that your magics are unable to come about. But hopefully, the others somewhere will show up and you can figure this out together. Now, we cut to the inside of this very same hemisphere. Bright, Lokiadius, Noralai. As your eyes open, you see each other. And inside here, it's different. The sunset is filtered. It's almost like it's night. The temperature is different in here. There are things that are feeling off. And in fact, you can feel Loki and Noralai as you two see each other and rush to hug or get close. Your bodies begin sparking, emanating magic from them. And Bright, you can notice on yourself that you just have sort of arcs of manifestations of your own magic that is just brimming right at your surface. But in here, there is wind. Your hair blows. There's each other and not just a silhouette or nothing. The rocks, there's some loose rocks beneath your feet that will scrabble and make click clacks as you walk around. What do the three of you say or do?
Well, this isn't anything new for me.
Huh. I feel like I've been rubbing a cat backwards.
Or a blimp. Alright, I'm charged. You're charged, which doesn't usually happen, and you're charged, which doesn't usually happen. We're missing people.
Oh, yeah, I just got here. Sorry, I haven't had time to take stock of the situation.
We're missing over 100 people, to be precise.
Oh, you mean the whole ship? Yeah, I just got here. I don't know what happened to the ship. Did we have valet parking for it?
I don't know, because I just got here too.
Oh. Oh, well, who didn't just get here?
I'm pretty sure we all just got.
Oh. Let me see if I can discharge. I'll just shoot a firebolt up into the air.
It manifests in very weird ways. It doesn't quite do what you want it to, and it takes on a different shape. Everything is kind of twisted, and it feels weird. It'd be like a caster equivalent of, like, you can talk by inhaling. It's just weird to feel and for people to experience.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay, so magic's all kind of wild around here, but not the usual kind of wild. So we'll have to come back to that later. Okay, so where's everybody else?
That is the question, isn't it?
So just to double check, it's me, Norlai, and
Loki.
who else? Cypher?
Loki.
And Loki. Okay. Huh.
2 purples and a pink.
I mean, those are the best colors.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, looking around, is there any sign of the ship? Is there anything
Nope.
that looks like a smoking crater?
There are
Or-
blowing clouds, which was a lot more than what you had before. There's no sign of a ship in the sky. As odd as the sky is.
I'm gonna fly up and take a look around.
You go to fly, and you lift off only to actually do a face plant against the rocks.
Oh. That's not supposed to happen.
Loki runs over to help you and reaches forward, and as he does, you can just see some of these like tendrils that are the manifestation of his magic like reach out, and then your own almost like strikes back as their own manifestations of your own, and there's almost just an explosion of sparks between the two of you as you two kind of short out when you're next to each other.
Okay. No touching. Got it.
Okay. So, hey, how did we all get here? I mean, I had a weird detour into a side dimension where I saw somebody who had very nice hair and a little burp, and she told me funny stories that I haven't quite figured out yet, and now I'm here and I don't really know how that happened. What about you?
Same. A little less storied. But pretty much. Yeah, that happened to me too.
Okay. So maybe the others haven't finished their stories yet.
I would
I guess
assume
the
that
thing
we
to
would
do-
have all popped out at the same time.
Well, that would have been my expectation too, but we're here and they're not. So either they're popping out in somewhere else, or else they're popping out somewhere else. Hopefully it's later. Well, maybe they came out earlier and they wondered where we are and they went looking for us. Only for it to be the joke on them, because here we are and they should have just waited. Or maybe we should just wait.
So what does the sky look like?
Cloudy, roiling.
This isn't. Oh, excuse me, voice malfunction. This isn't what it looked like when we were having the battle, though, right?
Correct.
So, I guess it seems like some time has passed. I don't know how much time, but some. Let's see if we can climb up just with our regular hands and feet
And
to the rim of the crater and see if we can see
and as well, looking around, you don't remember there was never a shattered mountain like that where the or where the crater is.
I thought it was mostly craters.
It was a crater, but there's mountains as well.
Okay. Well, I still want to climb up to the rim of the crater and see if we can get a better view.
Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. The wind whips a little harder at the rim of the crater. You don't see things aside from Norlai and Loki. Though in passing by, whether as an unconscious experiment or not, Bright, it does seem that at least with Norlai, your magic interacts with hers as well. Like, there's just that brimming energy around you. Almost seems to like want to reach out or zap or somehow like clasp and interact with Norlai's crackling energy. So you step a little bit further, and that kind of uncomfortable connection does break between the two of you.
Okay. Narla, if you see any exposed metal, be sure to touch it. You need to discharge yourself.
But I usually have extra lightning me things on me.
I know,
And
but
then I
it's a
use
lot
it
worse than
against
usual.
enemies. Well, then it'll be really powerful when I use it on Shonra.
I mean, that's fair. Um, and this
It
could
should
be
save
really
my
useful because my magic has never worked very well on Shonarif, except with the ship. And we may not be able to count on that forever. So,
As you're talking, Bright, and you're still kind of climbing, you bump into something that's not there. And while you can see beyond whatever the thing is, there's maybe an invisible wall or a barrier, or just whatever this place is ceases physically, though not visually, or even with your senses. Shouting ahead will produce an echo from beyond. But when you get too far from the rim of the crater, there's just an impossibly smooth, round surface that you can feel with your fingers.
okay, I'm going to activate my sea invisibility.
Okay. Your sea invisibility goes up, and you can kind of see a gauze, like a very clear gauzy effect where your fingers are touching. But it's really weird sensory wise because it should have bumps or texture, but it is interacting with your brain as impossibly smooth. Like it's a sensory road sickness kind of a thing where what you're comprehending is not what you're actually receiving, and it's disjointed.
Okay, so it looks like the world ends here, so that's a thing. I don't know if we're trapped in here by some kind of force, or if the force was placed here to keep something else out. Or maybe it's just actually the end of existence, and this is all there is, and everything outside is an illusion. Don't really know yet, but it's like we're under this dome here.
Right, step back.
Yeah, okay, let's step back.
Loki's gonna blast it.
Oh, I step way back.
Yeah, he's just off to the side. You see him starting to crackle, and you're like, "What?" The zap charges, flies forward. Loki's magic does appear to be a lot more vigorous. It appears stronger. As it flies through the sky, like it just has to us, what would almost be like a metallic, like a chainsaw sound, which can be as baffling as you want to your characters who don't have chainsaws. And it impacts the wall that Bright was standing against. Though now all of you can see a bit of a ripple where apparently reality ends, but then it just goes right back to being an invisible wall.
I'm gonna add his other 3 blasts on top of that.
Okay. More of the same. You cause
Just to
some
be thorough.
ripples. And your blasts are manifesting teeth and saw blades. They're leaving some just like the smell of heated metal behind them.
Norla, would you like to try? Yeah, sure, hold on. She will try... She will try a lightning lure on the wall.
You build up the magic, and your lightning lure doesn't manifest the way that you had hoped. it manifests, but it goes around your ankle and trips you, making you land on the stone again.
I don't like this. Usually my smaller spells don't cause havoc.
I think all of your spells always cause havoc.
No. Lightning Lore has never failed me once, except for this one time.
I would like to look around, go around the wall, towards the higher side
Mm-hmm.
rather than lower. Given the choice that it seems to be uphill versus downhill, and just see if there's any kind of discontinuity or door or anything that looks odd.
Okay. Loki and Norlai?
They're gonna follow.
And how big is the radius that we seem to be in?
Very large. Miles.
Oh, it's delightful. Okay.
Okay. So you start your rocky trek. Circling around. Nothing is overtly appearing to you bright.
Well, as we get up higher, is there anything, looking around, is there anything that seems seeable?
Nothing new is seeable. The clouds have thickened up more. It seems like it might be threatening to rain.
Well, I imagine the rain doesn't really come in.
Oh.
So, does it look like there's anything at the very center of the crater?
No, that's about where you had manifested. And there was nothing that was overtly present at the epicenter of this crater.
Huh. Okay. So I'm reluctant to use magic. I mean, sure, we could always try to disintegrate the dome of force, but that seems excessive and possibly dangerous right now. There's this, I don't know. I don't want to. I wish I knew where everyone was. I wish I knew where Celine and Mordecai and Cypher went. Where the ship, or Selter, or DJ, or all the little gobbles. Or maybe we're the ones that went somewhere. I mean, we're all here and they're somewhere else. I don't have any ideas. I'll see if I can conjure a piggy suit.
You cannot.
That's upsetting. Not even if I try really hard?
Even if you try really hard. You strain enough and you might, I don't know, you make yourself burp instead.
That's upsetting. That never happened before. I never had trouble unless she was dead. But she didn't die in the thing. She wasn't even there. We talked about using her in the battle, but we never did.
Hmm.
I want to try some more firebolts. Not trying to break through the dome with them. I just want to practice and see if I can figure out anything about how it works.
Sure. Well, Bright is experimenting. Norlai and Loki, what are the two of you doing?
I guess they're just looking around the perimeter of the stone.
Okay. Sure. Give me a perception at advantage, because you two can kind of work together.
13.
13.
This is normalized.
No, nothing. Nothing is happening, but the wind has picked up, and you actually feel some little splatters of rain falling down.
Does normalized storm guide activate?
You can, yeah, you actually can put your shield up.
So if that's working, why can't I fly?
Hmm. Loki?
Um. Doesn't really have anything he can do right now. You know, he'll take out one of his arrows and just try to see if the arrow does anything different, because it's his pack weapon.
Okay.
So just
So Norlai is trying to figure things out. The rain is starting to pick up, and your rain shield is able to at least deflect that. Because that, if nothing else, Norlai, the rain felt real, and it is that seems to be something that you are adept at repelling. Bright, you're still trying to figure out like the magic. Why is it kind of twisting? You almost set yourself on fire in the experiment, so probably shouldn't do that. And Loki, as you have your arrow out, and you're just sort of like dragging it along, like you're keeping it out, and there's a moment where the impossibly smooth surface, despite how the things look here, the impossibly smooth surface actually feels like it catches on something. Oh, are you still with us, Dark Wolf? I lost your cam.
still here.
Okay.
Don't know why my cam. I'm gonna refresh.
There we go. Yep, there we go. Gotcha.
Okay. Weird. So where it catches, he's gonna step back. He's gonna try blasting the wall again.
Okay. And then I will actually show you what happens, because you might be onto something. For you as my players, I will suggest that you open up the stream and watch what is going to happen. So
Wait, what did she do to make this happen?
Loki was dragging the arrow just sort of along this wall, and at some point he found a little catch, something that actually provided feedback. And so he stepped back and was going to like hit the crack in the wall.
Loki found the wall's weak point.
All right. Are you all watching?
Yep.
I am.
All right. Let me. Coffee, are you still with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, all right. Just wanted to make sure. All right, and for the audience as well, sit back and let's find out what happens as Loki finds the hole in the wall.
measure. Battles we can win if we believe our souls, hanging for the light till dawn. Fate will not leave you. Hate will not heal you. Pray, and one day peace shall flow everywhere.
Mordecai and Celine. As you are on the perimeter of this impossibly smooth black hemisphere, rising up out of the crater, you're walking, talking, maybe still holding hands. And Celine, something catches your eye. A spark. Blue and even pink magics begin to form. A small crack, many. And there's a hole in the blackness. And through it is Bright and Norelai. And inside it is dark and raining.
They're already here.
Oh. With Celine's hand in his, he's going to have them dart towards the group. Is everybody okay?
No.
Norlai?
Out there.
What happened?
The hole behind you closes, and the rain continues to come down.
It's Loki.
Where is he?
Well, that's the problem. He's gone.
What?
He bumped something on the crater and then he exploded.
Shoto's eyes must have turned to him in that moment. He found what had been taken from him and reclaimed it.
Mordecai just goes over to Norelai and just kind of wraps his arms around her. Just kind of kneeling beside her. What's that, kiddo?
I have to lose everything.
It's because everything that's in our way is trying to make us give up.
I can stand it. Just everything.
This world isn't fair. We're fighting against something that isn't fair. Something born from the hearts of cowards. Called from beyond the stars. Something that doesn't play by our rules. It doesn't care to.
Mordecai just holds Norlai and just kind of pets her head.
In this end, what happened, I fear, was an inevitability. That even though you managed to shake the creature's vision on him, that eventually it would come to this. That Shona Ruth would spot him again and take what Shona Ruth believed was its, or belonged to it.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Norlai.
Mordecai,
Mm-hmm.
don't apologize. It's not your fault.
It's not out of fault.
No, I understand that, but what does crying do? You know? Gnarly.
It still helps a little.
It
And
does.
there'll be time for that. But Gnarly, this creature laid claim to your brother. This creature just took him from you again. And she points to just all around them.
Mm-hmm.
This creature is right here. The means and the motivation are at your disposal. It took your brother from you. What are you going to do about it? Because we can be sad. We can cry here in the rain and mourn him forever. But I think, if I'm to be honest with you, I'd be much more in line with seeing the objective that he came here to do done. We might not be able to save Loki. But we can sure as hell avenge him.
Maybe even save others like him. I don't know.
Lorelei, did he say anything to you before he disappeared? It's okay. There's a lot of rain falling.
I made Loki a promise. I'd look after you. So what are we gonna do about it, kiddo?
Nora's just gonna stand up. She's not gonna say anything. But she composes herself.
Norlai's eyes, now that you can see them through the tears and from them being closed or rubbed, are glowing intensely.
We'll make sure that he's remembered for what he did for us. He helped us get this far.
And we, Norlai, we will help you sing your fury across the heavens.
Have y'all thought of endemia or orphanarium yet?
We've been calling it the Cookieville Minimum Security Orphanarium, but we could change it.
What about giving it his namesake? When we get home?
Maybe.
Just a thought.
The water that is pooling on her rain shield is also sparking and just brimming with light and energy. And not from whatever passes for the sun or whatever that's in that sky through the clouds.
Your lightning is starting to get a little fierce there, Norlai.
Why shouldn't I?
Exactly. Why shouldn't it? Let's go raise some hell.
Well, you've been there in Pack. You know what it's like. Let's give Schoneruth a taste.
Norlai? Are you just gonna stand in the rain?
She's following.
Do what?
She's following.
So if we're kind of all walking as a group somewhere.
Well,
I guess.
we were trying to figure out what was going on before things happened. We didn't know where you were. We still don't actually know where you were, or when, or what happened. And
We
don't
were
really know where
outside.
we are. Oh, well, we were inside the whole time.
Yeah, we were waiting for you for a little bit, and then we started walking the perimeter of the. There's this big, void black thing that this is.
Yeah, we it was like that from the inside, except without the black. The light came in, it just didn't go back out. It was like some kind of a black hole.
It definitely absorbed light because there was just black.
Norlai, as you're fuming and walking, following behind the others, you stumble in sadness, fury, just not paying attention. But you don't fall. You don't fall again, fortunately. Though, as the party continues to walk, but perhaps stopping after a little while they might have heard some rock slip. Celine, you look back and Norlai is still in her mood, but she's actually just walking through the air.
That. Hey guys. Also, Norlai, you might want to look down?
But don't look down.
Or forward, I guess? What?
Your feet are not on the ground, Norlai.
She can fly and levitate and all of that, right?
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
what
but
she's
she's not. Yeah, but she's not flying or levitating. She's walking through the air. There's a difference. I know flying and I know levitating. Okay, that's not flying or levitating.
This is just how I normally do it.
You walk? Like you use your legs to walk when you fly?
Depends on how fast I'm going.
Seems like a lot of extra effort, but okay.
Good exercise.
No resistance.
Norlai, you were not able to do this before.
I can imagine that's easy on the D's. Speaking of knees, mine kind of ache.
Well, that's because you're getting old.
God damn it.
Yep.
I'm not old. I'm 32.
This
No one's
is
ever gonna
kind of.
believe that.
I'm 32, damn it. Magical aging is a thing that happens in wild magic areas. It's conceivable that I look older than I am.
Yeah,
Conceivable.
it's because you've been giving me your time.
I know
You've
that.
aged.
I know that. Willingly. If it means that you can be here with us right now, I feel like you're more effective at some of these things than I am.
Yes. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm a little bit concerned by this. How do we...
How do we what?
So Nora has continued walking, right? Or has she stopped? I suppose that'd be up to you, Darkle. Because, I am still looking for that thing.
I know that
And,
the wild magic wild magic tends to get a little bit more, I don't know, wild when she's upset.
hope you are muted, I hope I cannot hear you.
She's gonna keep walking until she reaches the other side of the dome.
The other side of what?
The
The
dome.
dome.
Oh, okay. Done.
She's gonna put her hand on it,
Okay.
and she's gonna cast Static Shock.
Okay.
Oh, we don't want to be in her vicinity when she casts something.
43 for me, please.
I will manifest that in a moment. The spell's gonna go off, plus whatever that's gonna be. I don't have the chart open at this moment. And for right now, it's more important to narrate. Your spell goes off and travels across the inside of the dome, and it dissipates. And for a moment, in the rain, there's nothing. And then there's a rumble beneath your feet, and a growl, almost a yowl. That all of you can feel and hear.
Oh. That's a thing. What direction is it coming from exactly?
Behind you.
Down. Oh, behind.
Below. Behind and below.
We go down as far as we can, and we just unload.
Well, I mean, at the very center of the crater, there's no other way down, right? The center of the crater is just the lowest point
Correct.
that we can see.
Yep, water's pooling.
No, we don't go down. I think Narlai has the right idea. We stay here and we wail on it.
Okay. We all wail on it, so because I got a few things up my sleeve.
Celine's gonna hit it.
Is this the best time? I mean, we have just lost someone. I don't know that any of us knows what's going on. None of my magic is working at all. We don't know if it works against Shonarutha. Anyway, haven't had time to figure that out. Yours probably doesn't either, Celine. I don't know, maybe
Yes,
it
but
does.
Yes, but Bright, we don't really have time to figure it out anymore. If we don't move
says?
now,
I mean, we just won a great victory.
yes, and there's no rest for the wicked and weary. Also, there's 2d8 there, which is necrotic damage.
You poke at the invisible wall, but nothing really, like, your sword kind of bends against it, but that doesn't seem to do anything.
Sacred flame
Doesn't manifest.
doesn't manifest.
So it's just Narlai then. Alright, we're backing up. Narlai, if you just want to just go to town on this thing. We can't really do anything against it, so And Celine is backing the ever
By the way,
hell
43
up
is I get a teleport as bonus action to 20 feet.
for the next minute.
Oh, we're gonna use something fun, so don't worry about that.
36, by the way.
The stars that emerge from Noralai's head are those that you've seen before, though they begin to grow in magnitude. Bright, something similar you saw that attacked the gate that had opened up where Shonaroth had emerged and had killed Loki. In that last moment, before you got close to just unconsciously give her support, yours and her magic must have combined, which is what helped to tear a hole in the skein on the outside of this place. But that similar, just oversized, shining ball, 7 of them, start spiraling, orbiting Noralai.
Take me down. Throw it.
It impacts, and you see the image of reality beyond reality shimmers and ripples, and there's a growl, and there's a shudder from the very rock that you're standing on.
Throwing another.
There's a deep gurgle.
Hmm.
Come out already, you fucking bitch.
There we go.
Oh, there's our one.
You know it's serious now.
Celine actually gives a laugh at that. That's my girl.
Norlai throws
And
a
she's
third
going-
star. Like just a cosmic being hurtling a planet into this space as it begins to distort. The mountains beyond are fading, and the areas that she's attacking are just becoming black dome.
So there seems to be kind of like a conglomeration or a confluence of magic centered on her.
She's like overcharged and not drunk off of it like she was in the monastery by that mountain. Like, this is being vented and is having a physical and a metamagical effect on her manifested magic. Like, her eyes are crackling and glowing, almost replaced by just these blue orbs of pure energy.
Could I maybe help amp that a little bit?
I don't know. You said that, that's my girl or whatnot. That's... Norlai, what are you doing?
You see,
Oh. What? What, Celine?
oh, I was gonna say something, but no, you're exactly right. Whew.
Ooh, loady.
Yeah, so stars turn into comets. Comets turn into moons. This last one that Norlai throws, she just chucks over her head like a planet. It impacts, and the illusion is distorting all around.
Alright, yeah, Selena's gonna stick her hand out and see if she can't pass Norlai some more energy, see if she can't help with the, with the destruction.
I have a thought.
Ooh.
I have a thought. Now, with the rules written as they are, control water doesn't allow me to do this. But I kind of want to beat the shit out of something with control water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to cast Control Water. I'm going to take the water that's pooling, and I'm going to do what I can to make it like a try and like eat away at some of the dirt that's around.
Control water does not manifest.
Oh,
Yeah, no, 'cause
son of a-
that's why I'm trying to channel.
Norlai? It's shuddering, it's growling.
Yeah, no, it's why I was going to feed. Basically, attempt to feed some more to Norlai to just let her wail on it.
The three of you end up starting to lose your footing as another comet streaks across the crater, blasting away the illusions surrounding you. Combined with the slick stone, it's making things very difficult to keep your feet. Norlai, you don't need to worry about that because you're just standing there.
Okay. We should probably find some stable footing.
A star hurtles across.
And Selena's just gonna attempt to scramble for some footing.
The water that's pooling in the center actually ripples some as it almost looks like some rocks like come up and then sink back down under the water. It's not terribly deep water, not yet, but
This is my last star.
where are you throwing it?
Throwing it into the water.
Okay. You turn around and you hurtle your last star. A star impacting a crater. Irony if you had a moment to think about it. But now's not that time. It impacts, and the rocks there shatter, blowing out. Except it's not that. It's a giant mouth that opens, and the entire crater rumbles. Water pouring down. The feet beneath Bright, Celine, and Loki give out.
You mean Mordecai?
I'm sorry, Mordecai.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And it's a water slide to a not so nice place.
I'm gonna pop my wings.
Do not work.
Balls.
It roars as water's pouring down this thing. And Norlai, you're standing. Well, you're not really standing. I mean, you are, but you're on air. What are you doing?
I'm gonna feather fall my friends, and hopefully, and then fly over to the closest one and grab them and try to move them. Oh, also.
And it is here that the mouth closes above you all, as you're slowly falling through some place covered in water, and the last of whatever fidgeting, twitching, zapping out light from the remnants of the illusion close as the roaring mouth and grumbling surround you, and the 4 members of the Chroma Company are taken into Show Neroth. And we are almost finished with this session, but for one more thing. As the mouth
Oh.
closes. What?
I was just gonna say, I'll note too, as they're sliding down, something that probably would have gotten Noralay's attention is the calls of Celine just screaming, "Shit, shit, 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 shit," as it draws them in.
And as you go tumbling down, albeit slowly, due to Noralay's reaction, and she's trying to fly in after you and at least hold one of you up. You're tumbling through blackness. And then, unbeknownst to the characters, we end our session tonight as the figure that was silhouetted turns and changes, flowing as it had before. I'm going to take us into a raid now. I want to thank you all for joining us for another roleplay session. Only a handful, less than a handful left. We're going to go raid Good Enough Painting for some relaxation, some fun mini painting, conversation if you want. Thank you again, everyone. Be well, and we'll see you back here on Friday to find out what happens now that they're inside the belly of the beast.
I'm gonna punch it.
And stuff to get dedicate as much time I do. So